outbreak here, but nevertheless, we have the ability to some of these storms could produce some damage in the winds and also some large hail. And by the way, Chicago will be in on that. I think the worst of the weather, the severe weather anyway, will be too.
Is sharing her battle with depression. She writes about her joys and her difficult years in the upcoming issue of Essence. They've been doing a whip count. You don't think that that's going to go. He has their answer. We'll share.
I need to go ahead and start this unboxing because the box feels a little bit heavy, which tells me there might be a cold pack in there. So I don't want them to sit there too long with the cold pack because sometimes that cold can be harmful to the tarantulas. So let me go ahead and open this up. And we'll get them out. And then I can talk a little bit about them and also do their rehousings. There we go. All right, so we got our typical foam lid there. Pop that open. And we got a lot of shredded paper here. So let me pull my garbage can over. This is going to be a mess. Alright, so there should be 12 tarantulas in here, and I know on the website it says on certain orders they sometimes will throw in a freebie, so there might be a freebie in here as well. So let me go ahead and get those out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. Oops. Okay, let me make sure there's nothing else in there. And yeah, there was a little cold pack in there, but that's okay. He had it in bubble wrap and it's all good. I'll save that box. So this was kind of a little bit of an unexpected purchase on my part. I know I had mentioned before that I was waiting until the National Reptile Breeders Expo in Daytona in August, and I was saving my money for that event because Fear Not Tarantulas was going to be there, or is going to be there, and I wanted to buy some stuff from them. However, in the meantime, I was browsing through vendor websites just to see what they had and if anything new had popped up or anything like that. And I came across Arachnoidin, I think it's called, Arachnoidin, and they have some pretty cool stuff there. A lot of times they have unusual stuff that you don't see anywhere else, so I like looking through his list and seeing what they had. And I came across some of the species that I was looking for, that I was wanting to buy, and his prices were too good to pass up. So I figured I would go ahead and get from that website And the main reason, or the main thing that kind of pushed me toward that, was that if you spend over $200, you get free shipping. So I knew I was going to spend more than $200, so I went ahead and did a purchase. I did save some money so that I would have some for the Reptile Breeders Expo, so that I don't go empty-handed, or I end up not having any money and don't go at all. So I do still plan on buying some tarantulas there, but these, I had to get them. I just couldn't pass them up. The price was too good. Free shipping, you can't beat that. So that's why I went ahead and did this. All right, so let me go ahead and open these up. Let me tell you what I got. I'll deal with the rehousings later. Right now, I just want to make sure that everybody's alive and well, and that things are okay, so that I can go ahead and take care of the rest. So let's get on with that. So first of all, these first four that I have are Carabina versicolor, and I really love this species, so I wanted to get more. I was really wanting to get some of Tom Moran's spiderlings that Fear Not has, but like I said, I just couldn't pass up the price. I may still get some more when I go to the Reptile Breeders Expo if they have them. There's no guarantee that they're going to continue to have some. So anyway, I went ahead and jumped on these. So these are Carabina versicolor, so let me go ahead and open those up. Make sure we're okay. Yeah, there's a little teeny tiny guy in there, and he looks just fine. Okay, so we'll put that aside. We're good there. C versicolor number 2. Another little guy in there, and we are just fine. Whoops. There we go. C versicolor number 3. And yep, we're okay. C versicolor number 4. And we are also okay. Okay, these next 3 are Avicularia species Peru Purple. And I had to ask around a little bit about these from some friends of mine on the YouTubers Facebook group. And I originally wanted the Avicularia purpurea, which are a little bit more expensive than these, but I decided to go ahead and get these because the price was pretty good. They're actually a lot cheaper than the purpurea, and they get pretty big, and they are also a purple species, but they're not quite as purple as the purpurea. So this one's okay. You can see it there. There you go. Okay, Peru Purple number 2. And that one looks pretty good. Peru Purple number 3. And that one looks just fine as well. Okay, these next 3 are some old world tarantulas. This is Cyriopagopus hati, and I've been wanting these for a little bit. I like the way they look. They have a nice thick body, and they are also pretty large tarantula. They are pretty venomous and very defensive, so I'm gonna be careful here just to get a look, because these are supposed to be a little bit bigger. They're about 1 inch. Yeah, and that one looks pretty good right there. Oh, help if I turned on my camera. Okay, so hati number 1 looks good. Hati number 2. bundled up down there at the bottom, and that one looks good. And hati number 3. And that one also looks good. All right, so far so good. All right, and these next 2 that I got, originally I wanted to do 3, a total of 3 or 12, but in groups of 3. So I wanted the avicularia, or the carabiner versicolor, the avicularia Peru purples. I wanted 3 of those, and I wanted 3 of the hati. But the other species that I wanted, I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my frog croaking, making sound. It is the daytime. I usually shoot at night when things are quieter, so right now I got my birds and my frogs and my dogs and everything going on in the background. So anyway, originally I wanted to get 3 of the Cyriopagopus elegans, and I was a little bit upset. They only had 1 on the website, and his prices were great also on those. So I went ahead and got the 1, and so let me go ahead and show you that one. And these are a dwarf tarantula, and they're really tiny. These are actually pretty good size, or this one is. And I love this species. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. They have that cute little heart on their butt, and they're probably the cutest tarantula that you could ever have. All right, so I got 1 of those. Now, the other one I got is because it's also a Cyriopagopus species or genus, but this one is the Cyriopagopus chicoy. And this one's also pretty good size. So I'm pretty happy about that. And the chicoy has more of a pattern or color pattern very similar to the Davus pentaloris, which is known as the Costa Rican tiger rump or Guatemalan tiger rump now. So those look very similar, but you know, this is a Cyriopagopus. All right, so those are the ones that I wanted, and I got those. I wish I could get the 3 elegans, but maybe I'll find those at the Reptile Breeders Expo, the rest of the ones that I wanted, because I do want to make sure that I have a female of those. Now, the last one is a freebie, and I'm actually pretty happy about this one. This is a pretty cool species to have, and this is the Hysterocrates gigas, and this is a very cool species. These can actually be kept communally, but I've got 1. So this was unexpected. I like this. This is a very cool thing. And he's down there at the bottom, and he looks okay. He's down pretty low there, and he's a tiny guy, but these guys grow pretty big, and they grow relatively fast. All right, and that's it. And I'm gonna go ahead and get their housing set up and get those transferred in, and I'll include that in the rest of the video. Okay, so let's rehouse these babies. I've gone ahead and set up the enclosures that I'm going to put them in, and I'm going to go ahead and start with the easy stuff first. If it sounds like you hear rumbling or anything like that, and it sounds like I'm in a war zone, that's because it is Florida and we are having one of our daily storms, and yeah, that's thunder you're hearing, so hopefully there won't be too much of that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the Carabiner versicolor, and I'll put those in these 50 dram vials that I got here. They're pretty tiny, and those will do for a little while until they get a little bit of size on them. Okay, so I'll just pull out the rolled up paper towel and go ahead and unroll this. Oh, and these guys are tiny. Whew. I don't think the one I had was not this small when I got it, so yeah, I definitely picked the right size for it in the 50 dram. Alright, so they like to boogie when they're little like this. They don't sit still. They don't like to be messed with, and they don't like to be messed with at all. But they do jump quite a bit. And it's still kind of dark. It will develop a metallic blue color as it gets a little bit more size to it. But yeah, these guys are really tiny. Okay. All right, go on in. There you go. All right, first one down. See Versicolor number 2. Yeah, this is like a bug. Alright, so there's this little guy right here. And it's another tiny one. Come on. Alright, so he's in his. Oh, stay down, stay down. There you go. Alright. See Versicolor number 3. Took off on me. Alright. These are some lively little guys. Yeah, and I definitely wanted some more because I have the one and I believe it is a male. So at least with this I got 4 chances of getting a female. So hopefully I'll end up with more than one female. Oh, and this guy does not want to go in. There we go. Alright, go on. Inside. There you go, go down, go down. All right. All right, so that's number 3. And last but not least, see Versicolor number 4. All right, another tiny little guy. Over, come on. There you go, you made it easy. Go down. Alright. So all 4 housed in their new enclosure. Okay, so this is Cyriopagopus elegans, and this is commonly known as the Trinidad dwarf tiger, and it's one of the most adorable tarantula species that you can find. It's a dwarf species, so it's not going to get very big. I think 2.5 inches is where they top out. I could be wrong about that. Might be a little bit bigger, but they don't get large at all. They are a very cute species. They're dark, but they do have stripes on their abdomen, and they have this cute little heart shape on their abdomen. I was really wanting some of these. I wanted to get 3 of them, but when I went to buy them on the website, they only had 2. So, I'm sorry, they only had 1. So I was forced to choose something else. Oh, and look at there, you can already see the little heart shape. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Yeah, so I definitely want more of these. So hopefully at the National Breeders Expo, they will have some. So I'll probably get some more of these, but they only had the 1, so I ordered the 1. I figured I'd just go ahead and take the chance that it is a female. Look at that big booty on it. So, I mean, this is just a sweet, adorable little dwarf spider or tarantula. All right, come on. All right, walked it right on over. Okay, that was easy. All right, next up is the Cyriopagopus chicoy. And this one is another one that I picked as an alternative to the Cyriopagopus elegans. And they also only had 1 of them. And this is also a dwarf species. And it is commonly known as the chicoy dwarf. And kind of interesting. It looks very similar to the Davus pentaloris, which is also kind of a dwarf species. I don't know exactly what size these get, and I imagine they're probably very similar to the elegans. All right, and this is what this one looks like. And as you can see there, it almost looks very similar to the elegans, except for the fact that the red patch in the middle looks a little bit different. It does not have that little heart shape to it. It's more of an elongated oval shape there. So this one's also pretty good size. All right. Got him over. There we go. Beautiful guy. Okay, the next three that I have are Avicularia species Peru purple. And when I saw these, I wanted them because I wanted a purple tarantula. I originally wanted the Avicularia purpurea, but they didn't have any available. And the purpurea are a little bit more expensive, so I went ahead and got these because they were a lot cheaper, and I wanted to try them out. One of the things that I kind of was wondering about when I first looked at them and when I bought them was this the actual genus and species name? Because Peru purple is usually not it sounds more like a common name than a actual species name. And so I asked around, and a friend of mine, David of Erie Arachnids, responded, and he said that it's actually an Avicularia avicularia. And this is one of those things that, you know, as far as like tarantulas are concerned, I'm starting to learn a little bit more about, you know, morph types. And I didn't realize that there were so many morph types to the Avicularia species. So this is technically an Avicularia avicularia, but I believe it is a morph type 2, which is a more purplish tint. So it kind of, as an adult, will look like a Avicularia metallica, but it will have more of a purplish iridescent rather than a bluish iridescence to it. So that's what gives it its color there. And I believe it's a regional thing, depending on what region they're from. Now, obviously, these guys are from near Peru or in Peru and the nearby areas. So their coloring changes from different places, but they're still the same species technically. At least that's my understanding of it. If anyone knows anything different, you could leave me a comment below to kind of clarify this for me, because there's a lot of information out there and it's kind of hard to make sense out of it. There's another species, Avicularia juruensis, and that keeps popping up whenever I look this particular one up. So, you know, I'm still kind of up in the air on that, but that's what Dave said from Erie Arachnids, is that this is an Avicularia avicularia, but it is a different morph type, a different color of it. So they gave it the name species Peru purple based on its coloration and its location. So let's go ahead and get these in here. So I gave these a little bit more space because I think they're a little bit larger than my Carabina versicolor. These are the containers. Well, I don't know about that. They're actually real small. All right, these are the containers that I originally had for my P Metallicas. So let's get you in there. All right, so one down. Peru purple number 2. They're actually really pretty as slings there with their nice little pink legs there. go. And Peru Purple number 3. These cute little guys. There we go. Go down. Okay. Up next is Hysterocrates gigas or Hysterocrates gigas. I'm not really sure on the pronunciation on that. I'll have to look that up. Now, this is Old World, and I imagine it might try to give me some trouble, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and unroll it here. Well, it's one to come out. Rip that off. There you go. Alright, so there he is. There it is. And we'll let it go ahead and crumble off on its own. Alright, that wasn't too bad. It went right into the burrow there that I made for it. You can't even see it. He's right there, if you can see. All right, and I saved the best for last. Cyriopagopus hati, and these are commonly known as the purple earth tiger, I believe. They're an old world species. They are arboreal, so they're supposed to be real quick and pretty defensive. Now these are slings, but they're going to be larger slings. I believe they said 1 inch or above. So they have some pretty good size on them, and I'm taking an extra precaution because I don't want what happened with my Marshallies running around and me having to chase them everywhere. So hopefully I can keep them contained within this extra Sterlite tub here. So go ahead and pull that out, and I believe I can push it out. Yeah, let's try that. Push it through here and see if I can get him to come out the other side. Yeah, that's not happening. Alright, let's open this up. Alright, it's coming out already. It's trying to. Okay, so there it is. Got beautiful striping on the legs already. A gorgeous spider. Alright, so let's see if we can get it to go into the enclosure and not run all over the place. That coax you down. It's trying to come back up. You Can't really see what's going on there. Okay, let's see. Alright, we're good. Let's just slide this out and it'll probably just come on out. Yep. Alright, it's in there. I'll give you another look here before I close it up. So there he is. Wasn't too bolty. Hopefully the rest go as well. Alright, hottie number 2. He's trying to come out. Oh, this one's got some good size on it. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. That one's already got some striping on its abdomen. Looking beautiful. All right. Let's see if we can get the rest of this out. There you go. Come on. Let go. There we go. Alright, so it's nice and secure behind the cork bark, which is what I want. And the last one. Hottie number 3. Look at that one. Okay, let's see if we can get this one to walk over. And we'll be good to go. Come on. Oh, this one's trying to be defensive. There we go. All right. So let's get a good look at that one. And these guys are just absolutely beautiful when they get to be their adult size. And in my haste of trying to finish this rather lengthy video, I forgot to give my review of Arachnoidin. I had a very positive experience with Arachnoidin. Communication was instantaneous. I had some questions and they answered right away. Shipping was great. They shipped Monday through Thursday. I placed my order on a Tuesday night, and I received my tarantulas by Thursday morning. Tarantulas were well packed. It's rather hot right now where I live, so he even included a cold pack so that the tarantulas wouldn't overheat. I enjoyed just browsing their website, just because a lot of the times I tend to find species that I'm not familiar with on there. They seem to have a lot of species that are a little off the beaten path of most of other vendors out there. Another big selling point of Arachnoidin is that you get free shipping on orders that are $200 or more. So that's a really cool thing. So definitely a 5-star for Arachnoidin. Go ahead and check them out at arachnoidin.com. So those rehouses went very well. So I hope all my future rehouses go as well. Before I leave you, I'd like to give a shout out to Christy Hurt. Here's your shout out. And I'd like to also give a shout out to Dave from Erie Arachnids. Thank you for your help with the purple, the Peruvian purple. And if you find out any more info, please let me know. I'll post a link to his channel below. And if you enjoyed this, please give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to support this channel, visit my Redbubble store. The link is also in the description below. Any of the proceeds that come from the Redbubble store will go directly to support and help grow this channel. Until next time, keep loving them tarantulas.